audience. I'm delighted to have been able to have a terrific evening discussing policy with the Punjabi media. We covered a lot of ground this evening, talking about a whole range of issues that I hear about as I travel through Alberta. When I listen to Albertans, the things that come up the most are the concerns that people have about our budget deficits. They want to get the books back into balance. They're concerned about the level of social programs and the delivery of services. I think people are very concerned that we're not getting value for money across a whole range of programs, especially healthcare. They're very concerned about democracy, the fact that we have a number of MLAs, including MLAs Guy Boudelier and Raj Sherman, who were kicked out of the Tory caucus for standing up for their constituents. In our party, we believe in a few core things. We believe, number one, that when an MLA is elected, that they work principally and foremost for the people who elected them. That is our number one value. We believe in that kind of representation. We also believe that Alberta families and Alberta entrepreneurs are hardworking. They've had to tighten their belts over the last few years, and they frankly expect their governments to do the same. A Wildrose government would run a balanced budget, and we would make sure that we put policies in place to protect our valued social programs. The past couple of decades, we've seen under the current government lurching back and forth between overspending and underspending on all of the areas of social programs as well as on infrastructure. We don't think that's sustainable. We think what we need to do is just slow down the rate of year-over-year increases, and then as the economy grows, we would be able to have it all. Not only would we be able to balance our books, put some money into savings, reduce taxes, but also invest in the social programs that people care about. We have a whole range of policy proposals on our website. It's www.wildrosealliance.ca. We have policies on education, advanced education, seniors, the environment, healthcare. I encourage you to take a look at them and give us some feedback about what you think we ought to do. We're an open party, and we certainly value the feedback of Albertans. It's the way we've developed our policy so far, and it's the reason why I think so many people are looking at the Wildrose as an alternative. In 2012, we're hoping to be able to put forward a full slate of candidates and earn the trust of Albertans. We think it's time for a change in government. I think that there may have been some misconceptions about where our party came from. Because we began as a far more conservative party. When I became leader, I told our members, if you vote for me, you have to realize that the only way for us to be able to get the trust of Albertans is to be a centre-right party, to be able to have a broad base of policies that are attractive to the majority of Albertans. And so if you look at our policy platform, I think what will surprise most people is just how reasonable it is. When we put forward our alternative budget, we identified some very, very simple things that would have allowed us to get back into budget balance without cutting frontline nurses and doctors and teachers and education assistants. We think that there is a way to change the way we deliver social programs so that we're giving more money to the front lines so that we can deliver better services rather than what we have today. I think that the frustration most people have today is they simply feel we're not getting value for money. And there are all kinds of ways that we can change the way we deliver social programs to make sure that we improve the value without it costing a whole lot more than we are today. I don't think that we'll do that if we continue electing the same old government. The government that created the problems is not going to be able to fix them. That's why we need a new government, and we think that needs to be a Wildrose government. Well, we have been so delighted to see that people have been joining our party from all over the province. We are now over 23,000 members, so that makes us one of the biggest political parties in the history of Alberta politics. And we're going to continue to grow as we continue to add candidates to our roster. We've already got 32 candidates. We need to select more candidates by the end of the year, and I'm certainly hoping that we'll be able to attract candidates from all across the province as well as all across our cultural communities. We think that to be able to have a strong and vibrant caucus, we need to have a lot of diversity, and we're hoping to be able to continue attracting high-quality candidates. We already have a number of candidates from different cultural communities in Calgary, and we're hoping to be able to attract more from the city of Edmonton also.
ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਲਟੀਕਲਚਰਲ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਲਈ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਮੁੱਖ ਧਾਰਾ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ?
ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਬੇਸ ਤੇ ਗੌਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ। ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪਾਲਿਸੀਜ਼ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਪੂਰੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਿੰਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਵ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਬਣਾਈਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਐਟ ਲਾਰਜ ਹੈਗਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਫੋਰਚੂਨੇਟ ਹੈਗੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਵਰਸਡ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਲੋਂਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਮਲਟੀ ਕਲਚਰਜ਼ਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਬੇਸ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੱਕ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਇੰਪੋਸੀਬਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਐਕਸੈਪਟਡ ਫੈਕਟ ਹੈਗਾ। ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਪਾਲਿਸੀਜ਼ ਬਣਦੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਐਟ ਲਾਰਜ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਵ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਬਣਦੀਆਂ। ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਚਾਹੇ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਆ ਚਾਹੇ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ, ਉਹ ਕਦੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਬਖਰੇਵਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ। ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਐਲਬਰਟਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ। ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਆ ਐਜ਼ ਆ ਇੰਡੀਵਿਜੂਅਲਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਐਥਨਿਸਿਟੀ ਬੇਸ ਹੋਵੇ ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਕਲਚਰ ਬੇਸ ਹੋਵੇ, ਉਹ ਐਲਬਰਟਨ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨਸ ਨੇ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੀ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਕਿ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਵੈਲਿਊਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਛਿੱਕੇ 'ਤੇ ਟੰਗ ਕੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ। ਸਾਡੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਆਧਾਰ 'ਤੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਮੰਗਦੀ ਆ।